Okay, if you want to know whether or not it was a good idea, skip to around here to see the video. I'm going to be talking about some of the gear right now and my thoughts on it. So stick around for that if you're interested. Otherwise, skip over here. Okay. I went on a trip to Kauai and I brought along my BLAZAR Mantis anamorphics. I have a 135, a 50, which I'm filming on right now, and then a 35 as well. I filmed everything on the Sony A7SIII, and I have the Viltrox NexusFocus adapter, which is a PL to E mount adapter. It essentially turns a manual cinema lens into an autofocus lens. There's no LiDAR like the DJI system. It communicates directly with Sony's autofocus system and then communicates that info through a USB-C cable into a focus motor that I've rigged up on a 15mm rod just on the side of my camera. So it's pretty minimal. To power the motor, I have an NPF battery on a little plate with a DTAP port that runs from DTAP to USB-C into the motor. In my testing, trying to power the motor off of a USB-C to USB-C V-mount battery, it times out, like the motor just turns off. And so the DTAP has a constant draw off of the NPF battery and it lasts. This one battery on top of my camera could charge the motor for like an entire week. So pretty minimal. And this setup also works on a gimbal, which I used on different hikes and around the island. So I was able to get a variety of different shots. I do want to talk about the lenses real quick. So the 135 is the most telephoto lens in the Mantis series. They have 25mm all the way up to 135, and I decided to go with a 135 for those tighter shots. I just love the compression. It is pretty soft at 3.2 when it's wide open, and so I usually stop it down. Actually, f4 gets quite a lot sharper, and then 5.6 as well looks really good on the 135. Also with these lenses, they have a, I think it's a 77, yeah, it's a 77mm filter thread on the front. And so I was able to use a VND and screw that on as like another layer for my exposure, which came in really handy with the 35 and 50, which I'm shooting on right now, when I was wanting it to keep it, you know, more open. With the 35, this goes down to f2. And what's neat about these anamorphic lenses is they have an oval bokeh element inside the lens. And so there's that oval element right there. And so what's neat about these is it's a 1.33x squeeze anamorphic, but because of the oval bokeh element in there, it creates this 2x look that looks really nice. And then I've actually done some research and found that the real D-squeeze ratio is 1.4 for these lenses. So I'll drop the ratio right here and show you how it kind of compares to CinemaScope and other aspect ratios. And then I'm filming with the 50 right now, and it was between those three. And so because this was more of a run and gun project, I would just loosen the focus motor on the side, you know, turn the camera off, detach the lens with the PL mount, put a new one in, and then just reattach the focus motor and turn it on, and it was good to go. And one thing that you have to do with this Nexus focus motor is you can calibrate each lens's focal range into the mount itself. There's an app that you set up and you have a focus sheet and you will kind of dial in the focus so that it's built in to the hardware unit of that mount. But what I found is that the 35, the 50, and the 135 tends to kind of talk that same language. It's not like a perfect uniform performance across all three lenses. I'm not changing the focus profile when I switch a lens. I'm just keeping it on my 50mm profile, and it's performing well on all of these lenses. So that is something to keep in mind. It's not like a perfect test of the Nexus focus motor because I'm kind of doing like a bare bones run and gun approach with these anamorphic lenses, and I think the results look really good. The reliability of the autofocus is good in good lighting. Even though it uses Sony's autofocus system, I tend to find that there is just a little bit of lag. I tend to find that it's just not as reliable. And so, you know, for example, able to come up, this is just center focused. And so it's able to catch on to me pretty well. But this is, again, like a studio setting. So out on a gimbal, someone walking to you, it's just not like super fast. And again, if you're filming a feature or a short film, you'll probably have an AC pulling focus anyways, or you would want to, but for those who are doing solo run and gun filmmaking, this is a fantastic option for autofocus system for cinema lenses and manual lenses. I've had a really good experience, so you'll see that in the video. Anyways, just wanted to give a little bit of background with the equipment that I used and just kind of geeking out on the gear, and enjoy this this little project that I made about my time in Kauai.